How does a team dominate for 43 minutes, build a 17-point lead, and still walk away with a loss that stings worse than any blowout? How does the hottest team in the NBA, riding a 9-game winning streak, suddenly forget how to score when it matters most? Saturday night in Charlotte, the Toronto Raptors experienced something they hadn't felt in nearly 3 weeks: defeat. But this wasn't just any loss. This was a collapse, a meltdown, a reminder that in the NBA, it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. And the Raptors, they didn't finish. They froze, 118 to 111 inches overtime. The streak is over, and honestly, the way it ended might hurt more than the result itself. Stick around until the end because we need to talk about what this loss reveals about Toronto's biggest weakness moving forward. What's up, Raptors Nation? Quick Court coming in hot with your breakdown of the most frustrating loss of our season so far. Man, I know you're feeling it just like I am. We just watched our boys dominate for most of the night, build that beautiful lead, and then, well, we'll get to that. But first, if you're as passionate about this team as I am, if you live and breathe red and black, smash that subscribe button right now. We're breaking down every Raptors game with the real analysis you won't get anywhere else. Now, here's my question for you. Did you see this collapse coming? Were there warning signs in the fourth quarter that we all missed? Drop your thoughts in the comments because I want to hear from real fans who understand this team. And stick around until the end, because I'm going to explain exactly why this loss, as painful as it is, might actually be a blessing in disguise for what's ahead. Let's dive in. Let me paint you the picture of how this game should have ended. First quarter, the Raptors came out blazing. They dropped 34 points and built a 17-point lead. 17 against a Hornets team that had lost 7 straight before Friday. This looked like business as usual for a team that had been demolishing opponents for 3 weeks straight. Scotty Barnes was attacking. The man finished with 30 points on 1 of 1 6 shooting. That's 69% from the field. Folks plus 12 rebounds. He was feasting. Every time Barnes touched the ball, you felt like something was about to happen. He was aggressive, intentional, and doing exactly what a franchise cornerstone should do. Brandon Ingram added 22 points. Emmanuel quickly matched him with 22 points and dished out a season-high 10 assists while running the offense beautifully. Jakob Poeltl was 1 assist away from a triple-double with 8 points, 11 rebounds, and 9 assists. The Raptors led 58-52 at halftime. They were up 98-86 with 7 minutes to go. 7 minutes from extending the streak to 10 games. 7 minutes from proving they're the real deal in the East. What do you think happened next? Drop your guess in the comments before I tell you. Here's where it gets painful, Raptors Nation. In the fourth quarter and overtime combined, Toronto scored just 24 points. 24! You know how many they scored in the first quarter alone? 34. Let that sink in. They went from dropping 34 inches one quarter to barely managing 24 across the final quarter plus 5 extra minutes. That's not a cold streak, that's a freeze out. That's an offensive disaster. And it gets worse. The Raptors had a 5-minute scoring drought in the fourth quarter. 5 minutes without a bucket. In the modern NBA, that's an eternity. That's enough time for a team like Charlotte, scrappy, desperate, hungry to claw all the way back. The Hornets didn't take their first lead until the 3:30 mark of overtime. Think about that. Toronto controlled this game for 43.5 minutes, then watched it slip away in the final 6.5. Miles Bridges went absolutely nuclear. He finished with 35 points, and get this, 10 of those came in overtime. He went 4 for 4 inches the extra period, including a dagger three-pointer that basically sealed it. While the Raptors were stumbling around looking for answers, Bridges was playing like his life depended on it. Rookie Konkanupu hit the shot that sent it to overtime, a leaning three-pointer from the corner with 10 seconds left, defender draped all over him. That's ice in your veins right there. That's the kind of clutch moment that defines young careers. Meanwhile, what were the Raptors doing? Emmanuel quickly turned it over on a crucial possession, late one of only 3 turnovers for him all night. But this one turned into a Miles Bridges lob dunk the other way. Game over. And Brandon Ingram, the man who's been clutch all season, he went 0 for 9 inches the fourth quarter in overtime. 0, 4, 9. That's brutal. Do you think this loss exposes a real problem, or was it just one bad night? Let me know in the comments. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. RJ Barrett didn't play. This was his third consecutive game out with a right knee sprain. And Raptors Nation, we are feeling his absence. Here's what the numbers tell us. Over these last 3 games, all without RJ, Toronto's offensive rating has plummeted to last in the entire league, dead last. Their true shooting percentage? 51.9%. Against Charlotte, they shot 44.4% from the field and just 31% from three-point range. RJ Barrett isn't just averaging 19.4 points, 4.1 rebounds, and 3.8 assists. He's not just shooting a career-high 60.4% true shooting. What he brings is diversity to the offense. He brings timely cutting, reliable shot making, and constant rim pressure that makes life easier for everyone else. Remember the last time these teams played? Game number 4 of that 9-game win streak? Barrett stampeded into the lane for the game-sealing basket, while Charlotte's defense was scrambling to cover Barnes, Quickly, and Ingram. That's what he does. He's the relief valve. Without him, the offense becomes one note, predictable. And when the big 3 Barnes, Ingram, Quickly run out of gas late in games like they did Saturday, there's nobody to pick up the slack. Head coach Darko Rajakovic said before the game that RJ is improving day to day, but it's going to take some time. The good news, the MRI showed no structural damage, just a sprain. He's expected to be reevaluated on December 3rd. But here's the reality. The Raptors need him back yesterday, because what we saw Saturday night is what happens when you don't have that 4th offensive weapon who can create his own shot and take pressure off the stars. Let's keep it real about another problem, the bench production. For the 2nd game in a row, Toronto's reserves were subpar. They shot just 9 of 28 from the field, 32.1%. The second unit finished minus 1-0 for the game, 34-24. Sandro Mamukelashvili did his part, 13 points on 5 of 1-0 shooting, which is exactly what you want from your backup big. But his usual running mate, Jamal Shed, hit just 1 shot on 6 attempts. That's not going to cut it. Compare that to Charlotte's bench. Colin Sexton came off the pine and dropped 18 points, handling point guard duties after LaMelo Ball went to the bench in the 4th with a minute's restriction. Moussa Diabate added 7 points and 9 rebounds and led the Hornets with a +1.9 rating. Those 2 reserves were so good that coach Charles Lee actually closed with them instead of starters LaMelo Ball and Ryan Kalkbrenner. That's how you win games. Your depth has to show up when your stars are struggling. Toronto's bench usually injects energy into game-breaking runs. Saturday night, they sucked the life out of possessions. That can't happen again. Here's where I'm going to be honest with you, Raptors Nation. This loss stings, no question. Watching a 9-game winning streak end like this, with a collapse, with an offensive freeze, with missed opportunities, it hurts. But here's the thing. Every great team goes through this. You know what separated the 2019 championship Raptors from pretenders? They learned from painful losses. They adapted. They got better. And right now, this team is about to enter the toughest stretch of their season so far. Counting Saturday's loss, they're playing 7 games in 11 days. That includes 2 back-to-backs. And check out the competition. Los Angeles Lakers, New York Knicks, twice, Boston Celtics, and a Hornets team that just evened the season series. This is where we find out if Toronto is for real or if they were just beating up on bad teams during an easy schedule. What separates truly competitive squads from flash-in-the-pan crews? Consistency. The ability to avoid prolonged cold spells like the one we just witnessed. The Raptors are in 1, right now offensive rating, dead last over 3 games, can't buy a three-pointer, can't finish games. They need to figure this out fast. They need RJ Barrett back. They need the bench to step up. They need Brandon Ingram to remember how to close games instead of going 0 for 9 when it matters. Because if they don't, this 9-game win streak is going to feel like a mirage. A hot streak against weak competition that didn't prepare them for the real tests ahead. Look, I'm not hitting the panic button yet. This is still a 14-16. They're still 2nd in the East. Scotty Barnes is still becoming a star. Brandon Ingram is still one of the most clutch players in the league. One bad night doesn't erase that. But this loss is a wake-up call. It's a reminder that offense can't just disappear for 5 minutes in the 4th quarter. It's a reminder that you need depth. It's a reminder that RJ Barrett's value to this team is massive. So, here's my question for you, Raptors Nation. What's the biggest lesson from this loss? Is it the need for RJ to come back? Is it the bench production? Is it the offensive droughts? Or is it something else entirely? Drop your honest take in the comments. And while you're down there, hit that like button if you appreciate the real analysis. Subscribe if you want more breakdowns like this for every single Raptors game. This team has something special. I still believe that. But they've got to prove they can weather adversity, bounce back from painful losses, and execute when the pressure is on. The next few weeks will tell us everything we need to know about the 2025-26 Toronto Raptors. Keep repping that red and black, Raptors Nation. We'll be back stronger. We always are. Peace.